So my history goes way back, as far as music and everything like that. I've been playing music all my life. You know what I mean? I grew up in Trinidad for the first part of my life. So from like 3 years old, I moved down to Trinidad, and from there, I was experiencing all types of different sounds. You know what I mean? We got the steel drums down there, calypso music. We're listening to reggae and then some American music as well. So I mean, my whole life has just been just engulfed in music. And I learned at an early age how to play the piano. I was learning that. I was learning the djembe, and I was learning the steel drums at a very, very early age, and even the trumpet. So music, I mean, as far as I can remember, that's been a major, major part of my life. And as I got older, more in like middle school era, I started wanting to write my own music. And I always knew because I would see, the songs that were popular at the time. You know what I mean? I came up and especially like right around the eighth grade time, you talking about like Jim Jones, Jeezy, all that. You know what I mean? Chicken Noodle Soup was out. And I remember I would always say, that I didn't just want to write like party songs. Because I mean, while they sounded good, I wasn't really a fan because I always personally felt like music had to mean something. So and that was me growing up in Trinidad, and listening to the folk songs in Trinidad. They always meant something. And that's kind of where I sort of geared my attention towards, was like, okay, well, it's got to have a meaning, it's got to tell a story at the very least. So I started writing in like the eighth grade. I was writing raps over like beats and things like that. Like I remember this one song very well. I wrote behind Smile by Tupac and Scarface. I wrote it behind that beat, and I actually rapped it out for one of the little programs we had in my after school program. But from there, I mean, everything just took off. I already knew in my mind, hey, I'm about to be doing music with my life. This what my calling is. So fast forward, I'm sitting there and I'm trying to do things and make it, in the music industry, how most people would, trying to get yourself out there, trying to put your songs out there, doing shows, events, things like that. And I remember one time in college, I'll never forget, because over time, I mean, I grew up Catholic, excuse me. So the fear of the Most High was always in me. Of course, at that time, I'm calling him JC, I'm calling him God, whatever. But, at that time, I've always had that connection to him, but I always had the connection to him in terms of, how he's going to help me with my music and everything like that. So I remember one time in college, I was sitting there, I was writing songs, and I'm literally like, as I'm writing, I remember I stopped and I got up out my seat and I just started